Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It's an absolute pleasure to be here and to host all our guests. And when I say guests, not only all our guests, because we have some of our residents that have very kindly allowed us to do this event in their home. So I just have a few words about Nightingale Hammerson, that we are an organization that we like challenge. We like to challenge and to be challenged. We are the first ones challenging ourselves on a daily basis. We are challenged every day by residents and relatives, but we also challenged and challenge by students, local authorities, the clinical commissioning groups, the CQC, the health protection team. Like, for example, the fact that we can be in a care home without a mask, you don't see it around the country. That's quite unique. And that's because we were challenged by our residents to say, why do you need to carry on using a mask? So we made sure that it was safe not to be wearing a mask in their homes. So, and we take this challenge and this feedback as a gift, because it's these kind of gifts that help us to improve. So at the moment, we've got 14 research studies happening, both at Nightingale House and Hammerson House. And we understand that this is part of the challenge that we need to put in ourselves, because researchers have a very important role in letting us know what we are doing, how we are doing, and why we are doing what we do on a daily basis. So researchers, we need you, not only as Nightingale Hammerson, but the social care sector needs you. And we need to reverse the way we have been, or you have been, working with care homes. It is no longer for researchers to come into the care homes and say, we need to do a research on this topic that I'm interested about in your care home, but needs to be for care homes and care home staff to tell you, we need you to research more on this because we need help on these topics. So the challenge here and the homework is for you. So there are some, and I'd like to invite you to think about some topics that can be, for example, the time our teams need to spend in front of a computer to complete legally required documentation, and how much is that depriving our residents from face-to-face contact? What are the factors that are contributing for people to stay longer in hospital when they no longer need to be admitted in a hospital, but they don't have a space in the community to be looked after? What can be done to improve the communication between NHS, hospices, and social care? How can we help the integration of workers that come from abroad? And we have a very diverse workforce from all over the world, from Australia, Philippines, Jamaica to Ghana, Nigeria, Portugal, and UK. So we are very, very diverse. What is the impact of the lack of medical provision and mental health support in care homes in the lives of the care home residents, in the lives and the way of developing their work for our care team members? What is the impact of the lack of funding into care homes? So this, a lot of homework, but I hope you take this challenge as positive, because these are answers we need. And these are data that we need in order to be able to go to the relevant people, relevant authorities, to the policymakers, to government, and say, look, this is the data. We need you to work on this and make things better for us. I also have to take the opportunity to pay homage to some fantastic people. People that in moments of crisis showed an enormous resilience. They left their families. They gave their time where they were supposed to be at rest, and they carried on with their work to accomplish a mission. And the mission has been to look after our residents. I'd like to ask you to give an applause to all the care workers. When I say care workers, not only healthcare assistants, but also the ancillary staff, for everything they have been doing, mainly in the past 3 years. So I'd like you to applaud. I'd also like to thank again our residents for allowing us to use their home and to deprive them from having their bridge today in this room, so we could do this event. I'd like to thank all the attendees, so the residents, relatives, team members, care workers, researchers, and people from other organizations that showed the interest of being here with us. I want to thank our team members and volunteers for making possible for this event to happen on top of their full-time, very busy jobs. To our trustees for being so open for challenges, because we challenge them and they challenge ourselves as well, and for allowing us to challenge the status quo in the social care sector, and for supporting these sort of crazy initiatives like this one that we are doing here. And also to thank the Jewish community in general and our donors for financially supporting this event, because there's some significant costs associated to it, but we understand that this is important because this event is part of our commitment to improve care, not only for ourselves, but also for the general community. And we understand this as crucial. We understand researchers need to be part of our social care team. So thank you very much for coming today.
Thank you, Nuna. I'm only going to be very brief. I think we've had the most extraordinary day, and it was even better than last year. And I think this is due to Nuna's leadership and continuing to organize it all while he's been having to deal with so many things. I think we're very fortunate. Thank you very much. And a quick thank you to Clements, who's led us through the day so brilliantly. And it's been great. And I hope that you've all enjoyed it as much as I do. I've learned a tremendous amount. And I think it's been great fun. And I hope you can all go on your way and have a lovely tea and think and ponder what we've learned today and use it to good effect for the future of care home residents. Thank you.
I was going to put them on the spot for questions, but they seem to have evaded questions. You have no idea how it feels to come to an end of yet another impeccably delivered forum. That was brilliant. When I say you don't have any idea, neither do I. What we had today was brilliant. It was thought-provoking, so motivating, and inspiring. We hear a lot of something that it opens your mind, you open your eyes, you think differently. And I wish and I hope that today you've got something, or at least one thing that you have learned or that provoked you, that kind of really trigger you to think differently. So I'm gonna say, if you feel that you have enjoyed today, please, we have our feedback form that's on where you are sitting. If you can write something that will help us to shape what the next forum will be like. We will continue to have more researchers doing work with us, but that will be very helpful. And for our audience who are virtual, I need to apologize to you because when I talked about fire exits, I didn't remind you that be aware of your escape routes. I'm sure they are safe. But one thing that I just need to mention here is that all of this will not be possible without the incredible support that we get as an organization from our trustees. I would like you to be with me here. I've got an honorable man here, our president, Harvey Rosenblatt. Harvey, thank you so much for the support, your expert, your guidance. I really appreciate you coming to support this cause. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
We have also our Vice President, Patricia Bisham, who is gracefully here, has been watching and commenting and seeing what's happening, who is behind the scenes supporting and steering what we do. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you. And our trustees, we've got Susan Grant, we've got Caroline Balcombe, we've got Professor Joe Livingstone, we've got, who did I miss? Dr. Jackie Morris is a former trustee. I will include you there. Thank you so much for the support that you give us, and thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a wonderful day. It's come to an end, so it's time to network, to think about traffic. Don't think about it while you are here. We don't want your mood to go down. We want you to carry on the positive vibe. Thank you so much.